What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to Night Kids After Dark podcast, where for today's date, March 23rd, 2023, I'm your host Yanonick, alongside LilyMasume,
Hello.
Cynderelle, and BTG. What's going on, everyone?
Ain't
Tired.
nothing. What's up, man?
I'm tired of the rain, although it's good to have rain. Rain is good.
I didn't really get that much rain over here.
Really?
Yeah,
Let's see. How's it looking down here?
it's
We got
hot.
rain the other
It is
day.
hot though. Like I was hot today
Really?
compared to
It's
like
cold this morning.
it's been like 74 the rest of the day though.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm
Okay.
sweating my balls off.
Welcome back,
Ow, son of a
Cinderella.
bitch!
Ooh,
Got
We're
bit by a
live.
gremlin.
I
smash
smashed my finger between my armrests and my desk.
Oh, that's terrible.
Ooh.
That's a
Ouch.
terrible feeling.
Ow!
Time for a new armrest.
I need to lower them, actually. Like, they're a little too high. But they're comfy.
Well, Cinderella, how was your day prior to the start of the podcast?
It was not shabby. It was okay.
Well, today,
was-
wait, hold on. I feel like I missed something here.
A whole paragraph.
It's okay, guys. We're professionals. It's
We are
okay.
professionals, and we're getting we're getting better at it each day. Today's stories include. I always forget to have these available.
Counter-Strike got cool smoke.
It's Morphin Time on Netflix. Xbox ditches always online. Blue Beetle teaser and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin and more here on
Twitch.tv/TeamNaked.
thank you. Where where gamers discuss gamer things every Monday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Twitch. If you are watching live, you can start adding questions in the chat for our Night Kids Q&A at the end of Thursday streams. That's today. We will be answering questions from you guys in a segment we call Getting to the Pot of Gold with today Cinderelle.
Oh yeah. If one
Missing.
What?
if you guys like if y'all are putting questions in the chat, if any of you guys see like Lily, Cinderella, Yana, if you can try to write them down, like if they post them early, but try to save your questions for when we get into the segment so we can see them live.
Okay, sounds good.
Wait, did I sign up for covering for Rainbow tonight?
Yep, automatically.
Maybe you should. All right. This is gonna be fun.
If you don't want to watch live, you can watch later on youtube.com/at Team Night Kids 682, or you can listen on podcast services by searching the 4 words Night Kids After Dark. Remember, if you would like to like the show ad free, hit the subscribe button, and if you're a Twitch Prime member, use your Twitch Prime here to watch ad free. Excuse me. Is there any housekeeping? I know I have some housekeeping.
Only housekeeping is no, not really. Next week should be good. The week after next, that week of April 1st, that we won't have any podcast. No shows for that week. So
Oh yeah.
and that's not an April Fool's joke.
I was about to know that. Both Monday and Thursday.
Yeah, both Monday and Thursday. I'll be gone. I'll be out of town.
Have fun on your trip.
Oh, I will. I'm going to Hogwarts.
Oh, snap.
He's
Um,
you
lying,
didn't invite
guys.
any of us? How rude.
You knew what our bank account was working with.
Nah, it's a family trip, and we just happened to decide to go to Universal Studios and
wow.
check out Hogwarts.
that's
Nice.
too
That'll
cool.
be fun.
Oh, it's two things. So the video is not completed as I had intended. We are very close to being done with finishing the Katsucon video, but while that's taking place, AwesomeCon is coming up very soon, along with Otakon, as well as what's the other convention? There's another convention coming up soon.
Is
AwesomeCon.
BlurredCon coming up soon?
Yes, BlurredCon. That's it. I think that's in June or July, right? Or August.
Don't get me lying. I do want to go though.
I'll be at BlurCon this year. Actually, doing. I got a press badge on the way to be doing, reviews and reporting at BlurCon. So I'm looking.
Were you able to get more than one, or they only gave you one?
I did not. I gotta. I'll ask. I'll ask if I can get a second one at least, so that I can
do that.
Oh, maybe I should get a press one for the Comic-Con down here.
Yes, do that. The best way to go about it is let them know ahead of time. But yeah, so we'll be going to local convention centers. So if you're in Texas, if you're in the DMV, or if you are in Cynderelle, where can people find you at convention?
Georgia.
Savannah, you might see a Team Night Kids member out there. Last bit of housekeeping. It is Rainbowkisses and I's birthday this weekend, this Saturday. So be prepared. We're gonna have some stories for you guys when we come back. I'm looking
Happy birthday, you sexy bitches!
We might have some pictures too.
Oh man, and video.
Oh, we're gonna see the whole crew just out there twerking.
Well,
ass in a circle.
it's time for our news. Time for some news today. We have story number 1. Counter-Strike 2 has cool ass smoke. Counter-Strike's Steam's biggest game gets a sequel over 10 years later. Story coming from Kotaku. Valve is notorious stinging the sequels, but hits multiple shooters. Counter-Strike global offenses is finally getting one. Counter-Strike 2 is set to come out sometime this summer as a free update to the existing game with a limited player test that starts Wednesday. The Steam maker is calling it the largest technical leap forward in Counter-Strike's history. What kinds of radical new enhancements and game-changing upgrades will the sequel have? Valve isn't saying, at least not yet. All of the game's new features will be revealed when it officially launches this summer, but the road to Counter-Strike 2 begins today as a limited test for select Counter-Strike Go players. The company wrote to the game website during the testing period, will be evaluating a subset of features to shake out any issues before the worldwide release. Do any of you guys play Counter-Strike? Anyone here?
So I used to play it like a lot, like hardcore, but I'm a little. I hate that they're calling this a sequel because it's just sounding like a big ass update, which is pretty much what they're saying. But it does look cool. So like some of the things that are getting updated, they got volumetric smoke, which is they got a video that I'm gonna play for in a little bit. Tick rates no longer matters. They got fully overhauled maps. New source tools for modders, which is cool because people love modding on Counter-Strike. Higher resolution models for guns, improved blood splatter, completely reauthored explosions, and more accurate audio, which is all great. But this isn't really a sequel. It's just a update, like to catch up with what's going on with games now. But let me play the video for the smoke because this is the weirdest thing. Like I watched the video and I was like, I'm really hyped about freaking smoke. Like
so how long ago since the game came out for them to
about 10 years.
Smoke grenades have become corners.
Like this is it's been out forever.
I had good liver 10 years ago.
Oh, hold on, here's the video.
Or failure.
That was a whole different person.
As a result, smoke grenades have become
for
a
real.
cornerstone of team tactics. With Counter-Strike 2's new game engine, we've evolved smokes and made them dynamic. Smoke grenades now create volumetric 3D objects that live in the world. Now, not only do all players see the same smoke regardless of position, but the smoke can interact with the environment in interesting ways. It reacts to lighting, grows to fill spaces naturally. The shape of the smoke cloud can be pushed and carved by bullets and grenades. In Counter-Strike 2, smoke grenades provide even more tactical opportunities. They're just going to look and play better.
Yeah, the smoke actually moves with the environment. So like if you put it in an area, it fills up that space. And you can clear it by like throwing a grenade to clear the smoke.
And it seems as though if you're firing while inside of the smoke,
You can see
the
through.
lighting. Yep, you can tell.
Yeah, the lighting changes. So if somebody's shooting from smoke, you can tell they're shooting from smoke. That's a really cool feature. Like, to be honest, like, and I don't know any game that's done
that.
Yeah, volumetric smoke where it's actually part of the world. So like most games, you throw a smoke grenade and you pretty much just have to wait it out till it disappears. This one, somebody throws a smoke grenade, you can throw a grenade in there and clear it out and then fuck them up. It just adds a whole nother level to strategy in that game.
Mm-hmm. And since Counter-Strike is such a huge competitive game, this I'm looking forward to see how they how some of the teams incorporate it into their strategies.
Who's gonna stream it?
Who's going to stream it? I'll probably play this one since I do have the first one, Counter-Strike Go, so I could.
Yeah, so you'll have the update. Yeah. But I have it too.
Strike, go.
Yeah, it's it's a global offensive. This is what Go stands for.
It sounds like an anime.
Yeah.
A little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I have some friends that play it, and they are they're super excited for the update.
Oh, really? I'm just now
They're
hearing
pretty
about
excited.
this.
Yeah, I feel
excited about it.
I am actually.
I feel like it hasn't had an update in like a big update like that in forever. Like that's one of the big reasons why I just stopped playing. It was like the same thing. Unless like you're with Counter-Strike, unless you're like in the competitive scene and like this is what you do, you're like, all right, I'm kind of done with it. I'm tired of getting freaking shot from some place that I've never seen before. Like, how do these people do all this? Like, there are some serious people on this game.
They've been training for 10 years.
Exactly. Exactly. And now they got smoke. Oh, no.
I don't mean to harp on it, but I'm really excited because it does seem like I haven't heard anything from Counter-Strike for a little while. I know they still have competitions, and I know that it's still a huge first-person shooter competitive game. However, I'm hearing more about Apex. I'm hearing more about Call of Duty. You know, all of those games. But what's the other one? By what's his name? Riot Games.
Oh, Valorant.
Yeah. So I hear about those games a lot, but I hadn't heard much from Counter-Strike. And now Counter-Strike got a new game.
I was about to say,
and wait to see about the mods.
And then the graphical overhaul is gonna make it more entertaining for people who like to watch esports. Because that game looks old as shit. Like, I'm so glad like it's getting a graphical overhaul as well.
Well, you know,
I want to see the mods.
I think the mods are gonna be great.
Yeah, someone's gonna be out there butterball naked, just to these balls, just running through the field, shooting people.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Well, you know what's not old? Our next topic, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers once
that's old.
and always.
They're old enough where Zach has his hairline fully grown in. That's how old it is. I'm sorry,
don't get on my boy Zach.
Yo, come on, you know that hairline was
they messed him up for real.
Yeah, but they finally released the official trailer, and it actually looks super entertaining. So let me go ahead and play it.
I'm just so sad. You know, Kimberly and JDL.
Man.
You know, Kimberly probably would get kidnapped anyway.
All these years, I found a new buddy.
But she can find a way out.
Freaking Rita Repulsa got a robot face now.
Man.
That's that new lipo.
You should have the extra for that shit.
She killed Mom. We gotta
Not
destroy
with them
her.
looking like they
This is
still got
Reggie's
teenage bodies
Let
in these
us
outfits.
sort this
though.
out. Rita's creating a time portal.
I'll kill you before Zorda makes you Ranger.
We gotta make sure
I mean,
Rita doesn't
it's
hurt
spandex.
anybody else.
Spandex either looks great on somebody or it's just.
Oh, I didn't peep that before.
Once a Ranger.
Yeah, so apparently Rita killed Trini.
It's morphin' time.
Oh yeah. Right, go ahead. Whoop that trick.
You got this. Good luck. Now
What if they
it's a
brought back
reunion.
Goldar?
You know what? The way he was destroyed,
Messing with this place
I can see they can bring
is a
him back.
big mistake.
Robotic goes.
Why not?
Wait,
Oh wait, do the putties still wear Keds? That's what I want to know.
they wear.
It's nice to see that the fighting scenes are still believable.
Saved the world before.
We should have a watch party for this. We
I
keep
would watch
saying
it.
things like this, to be honest.
April
But
19th.
Yeah, it comes out in a couple of weeks. Or 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm shoot, if we can all get together and watch it. I'm excited. I don't know if y'all peeped, but the Green Ranger was in there. I just don't know who is the Green Ranger.
yeah, but
like
who's behind the map? Oh, it pops out on a Wednesday.
Didn't they tell us who it was?
no.
No,
was
they
the
kind of
original-
kept that
No,
under wraps.
I'm like 99% sure that they said it was the original Green Ranger.
You sure?
I mean, they
I
have a
don't-
movie
I'm
about
Googling.
with.
Yeah, I don't-
Hold on.
I don't think JDF was part of this.
Alright,
Really?
Yeah.
hold on. Let me.
He was probably working on White Dragon. No, well, it could have, depending on how long this filming was for that.
All right, it says OG cast.
I'm looking hard.
OG cast fighting real Rita
Crazy.
New Avengers.
Wait, this isn't a movie. It's a series.
It's a series?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. This is episode. They're talking about episode 1, 2. It airs episodes 1 and 2 air April 19th.
Oh, actually, that's very good. If it was a movie, you know, everything would be rushed.
True. Good point.
I wonder how many episodes
Unless
it's
it was
gonna
like
be.
4 hours long and nobody wants to make a 4-hour long movie anymore.
I mean, folks sat through the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
It was a different
Which
time.
one of the Marvel joints that was almost like 2-3 hours? Oh,
It
Black
was a-
Panther. We sat through that. So yeah, we can sit through another 2 hours.
3 hours?
It's
Either
like
way.
2 and some change.
Either way, I'm excited about it. It still looks decent. Like I was afraid it was gonna look terrible. But I guess
Cheesy.
yeah, I mean it still looks cheesy, but in a good way.
90s cheesy.
I'm looking forward to watching this as well. I say that often, but I don't know.
So April 19th on a Wednesday.
Yeah, see, like
Maybe they didn't.
I'm looking at the wiki and everything, and they have nobody named for the Green Ranger. Like who's playing
The-
them?
I'm so
The
glad they
only
keep that under
mention-
wraps.
The only mention I've seen of the Green Ranger is in an article. Where'd it go? No, I don't. I hate ads. Okay. Mechanical looking Rita appears to harken back to Power Rangers Zio's machine empire trying to blah, blah, blah. It's also not the only point where the Rangers have dealt with time travel, having been sent back to colonial times by the Wizard of Deception in the Return of the Green Ranger 3-parter.
But it
While
just
the
said Green Ranger.
yeah, that's the only mention I've seen of Green Ranger. Like it.
Yeah,
They
it
don't mention who.
says original Ranger actor was not listed as part of returning from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cast, though it may be possible that JDF filmed a Tommy Oliver cameo for the Power Rangers 30th anniversary. Nothing regarding the original Green Ranger actor's presence in the special has been announced. It is also possible that Adam Park, played by Johnny Young Bosch, will become the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger for the Netflix special. And if it's Adam, then he was the Black Ranger when they got the ninja stuff, and he became the Green Zeo Ranger when Tommy became the Red Ranger. Which I don't know how it works out like that, but we'll see.
I mean, transfer of powers.
Yeah, but the Green Ranger's powers were destroyed. That's the craziest part. That's why he became the White Ranger. So I'm trying to figure out
Well,
how.
they went back in time to go retrieve the Green Ranger.
Well, they could
They had a
have.
specific 3-part. No, they had a specific 3-part special where they went back in time to get the Green Ranger.
I love this talk.
Did they?
Conversation's so good.
That's what I just read.
Wait, is that in the series that's coming up, or
No, I think that was a different one. Hold on.
or was it like
Yeah.
actually in the 90s?
Trusty power of Google. Hold on.
Well, I do have a question related
What's up?
to the topic. So Netflix is coming out very soon within the next few months that they are going to have password protection or something where you can no longer use someone else's login. What do you is this going to affect you guys in any kind of way, or are you done, or are you gonna continue supporting and watching Netflix shows? How do you all feel about the password usage?
I mean, it's not affecting me.
Yeah, I was about to say it don't bother me. I got my account.
I'm just
I mean-
It'll affect
piggybacking
me when
on
I move out of
Hulu
my
and
mom's house.
HBO.
It's just like I don't know, man. And you talking about so the password thing, right? Is everybody does it to save money, right? But it's gonna come to a point where you're either gonna feel like it's worth it or not for the price that they pay. And if it doesn't feel worth it to majority of the people and they start losing money, the subscription price will come down. What's been making the price come up is password sharing. Because so many people are sharing the service, it's like, oh dang, we're missing out on all this money, so let's raise the prices. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, only the consumer controls it, and if we continue to keep giving them money and letting them do what they want to do, then they're gonna do what they want to do.
True.
Well,
But-
Netflix did say sharing is caring. Share your password.
They said that?
On their tweet like years ago.
Really?
True.
Yeah,
It did.
yeah, that
I
was
don't know. Most of the shows I watch are on like Peacock and Hulu and HBO. So there's like 2 shows that I even watch on Netflix now. And they took off quite a few shows that I really like watching. So I'm kind of like, what's the point? I use my mom's account.
Oh, I do remember that episode.
Oh, the old 90s episode. With
Yeah,
the,
it was the Return of the Green Ranger, and there was 2 Tommies in that episode.
Oh.
Season 2, episode 24 was part 1.
Oh yeah, you had to fight itself, the evil one. I remember that. That was good.
Yeah,
Man, the impurity thoughts I had with the double Tommies.
What?
What's that next
But-
story?
but that was when Tommy became the White Ranger, and then he went back to fight the Green Ranger.
I'm
was
sorry.
crazy.
Tommy as the White Ranger was something
it?
else.
I mean, him and them
That was-
spandex was something else.
Mm-hmm.
May his
Well-
rest his soul, but we still thirsting, my boy.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of thirsting, after backlash, Xbox's next big game wants to ditch always online.
That's not thirsting. That's drying out right there.
That's definitely trying the lake. A story coming to us from Kotaku, Zach Zwizn.
Oh, Swazen, I'll take this one.
Oh, thank
All right.
you.
So it recently became clear that Xbox and Arcane's upcoming shooter Redfall would require an always online internet connection. This isn't great for a host of reasons and people. predictably and understandably cried foul, launching a barrage of complaints. Now it seems Arcane has heard the backlash and is planning to ditch the game's controversial always online requirement. Developed by Arcane, the same folks behind the wonderful Dishonored series, and the 2017 MSIM sensation Prey, Redfall is a co-op loot shooter set in a world filled with vampires. It looks a bit like Left 4 Dead, but actually seems to have more in common with games like Borderlands. And while it seems kinda cool, last month's players learned that it would require an always online internet connection to play. This has sadly become a more common trend in AAA games. Diablo 4 requires a similar always online connection, as will the upcoming supervillain game, Suicide Squad's Kill the Justice League. This is normally the part where I talk about how bad a trend this is, but for once I've got good news. Arcane is actually trying to cure Redfall of its internet addiction. Arcane listened to fan complaints about internet requirements. In an interview from Eurogamer, Redfall game director Harvey Smith explained that Arcane and his studio listen to players and have a lot of empathy for folks who don't have consistent internet connections. We do take complaints about always online with a lot of empathy, Smith explained. We listen and we have already started work to address this in the future. We have to do some things like encrypt your save games and do a bunch of UI work to support it. And so we are looking into, I'm not supposed to promise anything, but we are looking into and working actively toward fixing that in the future. Smith suggests that devs have two ways to react to these complaints: listen and try to fix things, or point out that everything else is always online. Devs could say, "Oh my God, you're always online." If you get on your Steam and it's not online, you freak out. If you get on your Xbox and you can't get the latest patch or see what your friends are doing, you freak out. You want to be always online, but that response, I think, lacks empathy. He further explained that he understands that some people live in places where internet outages are common or broadband is shitty. He also understands that some players are competing with their family members who might be streaming a movie or playing another game on limited internet connection. Why did Redfall require an always online connection? So why even try to make the game always online in the first place? The obvious answer, and what is often the case in big games, is to sell players more products via in-game stores. But Smith says that wasn't the case with Redfall. Always online allows us to do some accessibility stuff. Smith said it also allows us for telemetry, like if everybody's falling off ladders and dying, holy shit, that shows up. And so we can go and tweak the ladder code. There are reasons we set out to do that are not insidious. Regardless of why Arcane was planning on making the game required constant online connection, I'm happy to see a studio listen to fan feedback about important issues and try to fix the situation instead of ignoring it. So yeah, this is a good win. I think, to be honest, like, if games don't have to be always online, don't make them always online. Like, it really doesn't make any sense. We're trying to purchase a product and play a product. We want to be able to play it whenever we want, whether we have internet connection or not. And it is, you would think, like, you like living in areas that have internet connection, like, everywhere, it's not an issue for you, but there are a lot of rural places that do not have stable connections, and that affects their gaming, like, significantly. And I think, to be honest, not having the always online feature, I feel like that makes your game do better, because then you have people that don't have to consider, like, oh man, is this online? I'm not really going to be able to play it like that if it's always online. Now you have those people also going to get your game because they can play it offline as well. And if you can do it, why not? Like, I don't understand.
From a dev standpoint, I'm thinking that it allows for you to be able to regularly update or make sure that if there's a problem with it, that's why a lot of the games today we don't see nearly as many bugs, or if the bugs do happen, they can be fixed remotely. But I too would like to see less games always online, because as we've seen, we lost several games this year. Servers go down, and I think it would have been still cool to have the ability to play games with someone locally or against the computer, but the entire game is shut down simply because it is an always online kind of game.
Yeah, and I think
I also want to play by myself.
the other thing,
right? You don't play with
the other thing is, like, So they do that because they try to prevent cheating because they don't want people to hack save files and then go online with them. But there's already ways to prevent that. And if they really wanted to do that, they could be like, well, you can play offline, but your offline character can't play online. Like, they can do all types of stuff. They just don't want to do it. But Arcane is
Lazy.
taking a step in doing it. So that's good.
Just let me hide in peace, damn it.
Right. Fucking
Sometimes
sniped by
I
some
just
random
don't want to
person.
deal with people.
That part too. That sometimes you don't want that.
Most of the time, if it shows that I'm offline, I'm hiding. Like I'm not in the mood to deal with people, whether I'm crabby that day or I'm overstimulated, like whether I'm overstimulated or I'm crabby, I just don't want to deal with people. And when people see you're playing a game, they always seem to message you.
You trying to
And I'd be
party
like,
up?
no, no.
This is my me time.
One of my favorite quotes was, hey, I see you're playing this game. Come join us in this game.
I'll
Man,
send back 3 letters. Nah.
it's easier for me to say no now, but before, golly, it was challenging for me to say, no, I'm just gonna enjoy chilling at the moment, but now I don't have that problem.
3 letters. Nah.
But y'all got Game Pass. I'm gonna play this game. I've heard some people playing it, like they did like reviews and stuff of it. They said it's fun. They were like, it's a fun game. They don't know, like they only played a little of it, so they don't know if like a lot of people said this isn't like going to be the next big game. And I don't think I for one never was like, oh, this is gonna be the next big game that everybody has to play. But it is a good game. That's what they're saying.
It looks
So,
fun.
yeah, it looks fun. It looks like it's a game that you'll have fun with your friends in, which is, I guess, the point. You know what I mean? It's co-op.
Do you have a game that you wish wasn't always online?
Do I personally?
Yeah.
Not really. Because I'm always online.
I have my games that I specifically only play when I'm like hiding. There's not real if I'm playing League or something like that, I'm usually with people. I won't play it without people. But I have like I can't even think of any off the top of my head. But I have my specific games that I won't play with anybody, whether they're co-op or not. I just nope. I'm in my own space.
I think they mean us because like Xbox had this issue when they first released with the original or the first Xbox. What is the Xbox One? Yeah, with the Xbox One, they were originally going to do always online for everything, which pretty much just means that your game, even if it was a single player game, you had to log online in order for the game to check if it had updates and that you owned it, pretty much, that you had the rights to it. And they got rid of that quick. Like they were like, oh shit. Like people were upset. So instantly that shit was gone.
Like, oh
but
no, what are we gonna do?
but a lot of developers have started doing that behind the scenes with their games. And the only time I would see this as an issue is if it was a single player game where I had to connect in order to play it, like just to get into the game. That's where I would have the issue. Like, oh my God, like what? Why can I not play this game because I haven't connected within 24 hours online?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like, yeah, that's where I would have an issue with it. But I do. Go ahead.
My timelines wasn't the original Xbox the Xbox?
It was the Xbox One. No, I mean you had the Xbox
360.
360. But I'm talking about with one. That's when it came in with the one. That DRM thing came in with the Xbox One.
Yeah, whoever named these systems, they got to get it together.
Yeah, because
you know what?
the Xbox One was named the Xbox One because it was supposed to be your system. Yeah, it was like your media player. So literally, with the Xbox One, it had HDMI in. So like your cable box and your TV actually fed into your Xbox. So instead of you changing inputs on your TV, you literally just click the TV on your Xbox menu. So you always had your Xbox on instead of like turning on your cable box and stuff. And your Xbox turned everything else on with it. So like your speakers and stuff. It was actually really good. It was dope. It was a dope feature. It's just when it comes to gamers, we're not looking for, most gamers aren't looking for that. We're looking for a console that plays games. We're not looking for an entire media center. And that's why that feature kind of just fell off.
Sounds like too
Essentially
much
now.
power for one console.
It did it really well. It was great.
In today's world, we do have our video game systems are essentially now our media entertainment systems. It has all the streaming different services on it. And do you think Microsoft saw that coming down the pipeline? It was like, hey, we're going to get ahead of this. And
Yeah, I think they were. They definitely were ahead of it. And it was a great feature to have. It's just at that time, nobody was really like, people weren't streaming content as much then. Like yeah, we had Netflix and stuff, but you didn't really have that many streaming apps for your content. Now, like people were still paying for cable for the most part. Now we're in a whole new generation of where everybody's trying to cut the cable. But yeah, even now with the new Xbox, it still kind of does that stuff because like shoot, even today I was on my Xbox watching Crunchyroll. And I forgot that I was watching it on my Xbox. I grabbed my TV remote and I paused it. And somehow the Xbox recognized my TV remote and it paused. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold on. I was like, what's going on? And then I could actually control my Xbox with my TV remote. And I was like, well, shit. I was like, that's a dope feature. But I think that comes in with the new HDMI inputs. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
well, I don't know
Never
how
had
to.
an Xbox.
I never had an Xbox. Not even
No
the.
PlayStation 4.
I'm actually pretty positive the PlayStation does it too. It's just you have to set it up to do it.
Probably, but I don't have cable, so I have zero use. Like, I don't even know where my TV remote is, if we even have a remote for this TV.
Oh my,
Because
I know when I push the power button downstairs, it cuts on both the PlayStation and the TV. I'm like, no, I want the PlayStation.
Yeah,
I just wanna...
if I turn the PlayStation remote on, I press the little center button, it turns on the PlayStation and the TV. So, and worst case scenario, there's a button on the back of the TV that turns it on for me. Like it's.
That
I haven't
fail-safe.
had yeah. Like I haven't had cable in 4 years.
Yeah, I haven't had cable in a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that go back after leaving cable.
Yeah,
They be
for
trying
sure.
though. Like if you get this whole bundle, you can get it for this much. I don't need all that. I just need internet.
But it doesn't actually end up saving you money.
Shoot, this
It
day and
depends
age,
on what, but
this
it
day and
doesn't
age,
save
it
you
might.
money.
They might with all the streaming
It
apps out.
depends on the bundle. Like if they're like, oh, we'll offer this for the first year. I'm like, okay, I'll call y'all after the year's up and cancel it and keep the internet. You know, save me some money for a year. But other than that,
I think the problem is like, if I do get cable, I'm still not watching it because everything I watch is on streaming services besides like sport. And I'm like, dang,
true.
like that's like the only reason why I would want cable is because of sports. Because paying for the sports apps individually, like that's expensive.
Fun
Even
fact.
some may ask like, hey, you can pay like this much for this one fight or whatever, but that's about it.
I don't know if you guys heard this. I don't know why I'm so excited about saying this because it's just like, oh, I heard this and now I want to share it with you guys. So I know a lot of us here don't really watch sports like that. So I get it. I
You're right.
understand. But what I do want to say is that I heard on the radio what's it called? A reliable source that YouTube may be partnering with the NFL to get a so that they could start advertising and showing the games there. Now and Apple is fighting for this. So it's YouTube or Google and Apple are fighting for the rights for the NFL to air it. It's going to be massive.
That's interesting though, because right now the NFL most of the games show on Amazon Prime and on Paramount Plus and Peacock. So all three of them show games. Like one of them shows Sunday night games. I think Amazon shows Thursday night games, and then I want to say Paramount shows the Monday night games. So you can get all your games if you have all those services,
That's a lot of services.
or you can pay for the
Fun
NFL app.
fact: Peacock lets you pay out the year.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yep. So you just pay it, and I think it was for me. It was like $60 for the year.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not
Yeah.
bad at all.
Considering
Yeah,
you're
and then like, it's like $8 a month, I think, but it was 60 for the
No,
year.
it's like
I think.
that's just like $6 a month, if that, for like the
Really?
basic.
$6?
Yeah, for like the basic.
Okay, I couldn't remember. There's so many there's so many services because I know my like Hulu. I only pay like $2 a month for.
To be honest,
Because
Peacock is free. It's just depending if you want their content, then you pay for it, and if you want like
and
HD.
there are most of the shows that I want to watch are exclusively
Yeah.
on Peacock.
Yeah,
So to me, it was worth it because I've got like 5 or 6 shows that I want to watch, like Yellowstone for one. The first 4 seasons are only on Peacock.
the first 4 seasons.
Yeah, there's 5 seasons. I think they're in season 5 right now.
Where do you have to watch the 5th season?
Paramount, but not Paramount Plus. You have to watch it on
Shoot.
like Paramount website.
$150 for a full season of baseball is not bad, to be
It's
honest.
not bad to watch.
For a full season, because think about if you were to buy cable, you paying $200 something a month to watch your full season of baseball.
I
Oh.
guess, but shouldn't there be? That's still a lot of money.
$150, and it's $15 a month.
I'm sorry, I'm broke. Hey, you're talking to someone who is part of the broke community.
I'm saying if you're a baseball fan, like if you're watching baseball, every baseball game, $150 had to have access to every baseball game and not have to worry about blackouts, like because this isn't your city. Like that's actually pretty cheap.
And especially if it's like, even if you're watching like not your team, because a lot of people only watch their team. But if you're watching
Wait,
like all of
and he
them,
said, and you can't watch local live games. Now that makes it not cheap. And you have to worry about black. Oh, well, never mind. Lot 40. That's expensive. That's terribly
It
expensive.
had fine print.
In the smallest of letters. Speaking of fine print, we're talking about Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, Quantum Mania exclusive interview, Phase 0 featuring Jeff Loveness.
Wait, is that the right article?
Wait, it took me to this one. This is supposed to be about Blue Beetle.
Let me find out that link switched up on y'all.
Yeah,
took me to somewhere else.
That is not even the right one.
read the fine print, ladies and gentlemen.
We were just
Yo,
talking
what
about
if
that.
somebody was like, "You're not supposed to release that yet," so they switched it to this?
It was a teaser.
Dang.
Wow.
Well, either way, the article is the star of the Blue Beetle movie. He teased that a new trailer is coming.
Just to confirm, Blue Beetle is DC, correct?
That is. Here we go. I got the story for y'all. Here you go. All right, so Blue Beetle star teases trailer coming soon by Jenna Anderson. Blue Beetle's DC's next movie hero is about to arrive. On Wednesday, actor George Lopez took to Instagram to share a behind-the-scenes photo of himself with Blue Beetle's cast and crew. Jamie Reyes, Blue Beetle actor Zolo Maranduena, and director Angel Manuel Soto, and co-star Harvey Guillen. I think it's Guillen. In the caption of the photo, Lopez confirms speculation that Blue Beetle's first trailer is on the way. While a release date for the Blue Beetle trailer is not confirmed, we at least now know that it will be on the horizon. What is this? Instagram said the Beatles. Oh, he posted, it said the Beatles as the caption. So excited for this one, trailer coming soon, and you're gonna love it. Stay tuned. Yeah. What is they already know what it's about. Dang. Okay, so what is the Blue Beetle movie about? The Blue Beetle film will follow Jamie, who in the comics is a teenage superhero from El Paso, Texas, right next door to Lily, who becomes fused to an alien scarab and gains superpowers. He is the third character to take on the role of Blue Beetle following the death of Ted Cord. The film will be directed by Angel Manuel Solo, and the cast will also include Susan Sarandon as Victoria Cord, Bruna Marquezine as Penny, Belissa Escobedo, George Lopez, Adriana Barraza, Elpidia Carrillo, and Damien Alcazar as members of Jamie's family, and Harvey in a currently unknown role. It's such a new world, and this is my first movie, my first venture into being on the silver screen. Mary Duena explained in a recent interview with comicbook.com. And so getting to be a part of it all, I just want to be a sponge. I just want to learn as much as possible and have fun. It felt like there was so much anticipation and so much preparation going into the project that by the first day I was like, dude, it wasn't like the first day we started. We hit the ground running and it was a great time. And yeah, that's it. So are you excited for the Blue Beetle? Do you know who the Blue Beetle is?
I do, however, I only know Blue Beetle from a few comic books that I've read. Not much from the television shows.
I've never read a Blue Beetle comic book.
Ever?
No, I just seen him in the shows, like the animations. But this is Blue Beetle for people who don't know. You might recognize him.
He's a
Got
relatable character.
Little joint on his back, always cracking jokes.
You remember?
Yeah, it's like
I watched him in the shows. I haven't read the comics.
it's like an alien, right? An alien scarab or something
that he can talk to,
and it gives him powers, and he can like transform his arms and stuff into like blasters and shit.
Ooh, what was that?
What?
That first one, like the one above this picture.
That one?
That looks creepy.
Wait, what am I? Which one?
You think
this one?
No.
The one you
the
had
one you
before?
was on where he has no nose. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Blue Beetle never had a nose.
Well, at this point, it looks weird.
It says
I
Blue
see
Beetle.
where Voldemort's inspiration came from.
Blue Beetle test screening leak obtained by YouTubers. I mean, this could be real, could not. I don't know.
So the character who plays Cobra Kai is going to be playing him?
Is that who it is? He's in Cobra Kai?
I don't know. The picture below that one. If you go down.
No, that don't look like the one that fell on the steps and hurt his back and had
Yeah.
Wait.
worthless. No, that's not him.
That is him.
It
Is it not him?
I
That don't
know.
look like
I'm bad at
him.
remembering faces.
Maybe not.
It's so older.
Let me see. Cobra Kai.
Blue Beetle reminds me of their version of Spider-Man.
It is him. Zolo Mariduena.
It is?
Yep.
Man, I'm good at faces. I got a photographic memory like the back of my hand.
That is definitely him. He's older now, obviously.
Oh, okay. Well, wait, how long since it's been since Cobra Kai came out?
Man.
Again, recording and all that.
It's been like 4 years altogether,
Man
right?
was 36 playing a high schooler.
Yeah, it's been at least 4 years since the first season came out.
Teenagers playing high schoolers.
Good point. You're
Power
right.
Rangers.
Those were different times back then.
Harry Potter.
Their budgets wouldn't allow for
Oh
older
yeah.
Harry Potter.
Well, they started out in kindergarten, to be honest. We watched them grow.
Yeah, if we had an adult trying to play an 11-year-old, that would be a little strange.
Oh,
see, that's why.
I think I won't be excited about this movie till after I see The Flash. If The Flash comes out and it's really good, then I'll be excited about this movie. But I'm not.
Flash bombs?
Then I am not going to be excited about any DC movies going forward.
Like, James, you failed us.
You already fucked us.
No lube.
I
Man.
to do well. And I think that if they do it right, it could add to the comedy that is already coming, because we see that the Flash movie is going to be very heavy in the comedy area, so they could keep that ball rolling with this film, depending on when it releases.
I mean, some comedy is not all good comedy. They'll crack jokes, but if you don't get a ha-ha, you can still bomb.
Good point, because they clown Thor, Love and Thunder for. Was it Love and Thunder? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Love and Thunder.
They
I thought
hated
it
that
was
film.
cute.
I liked it.
If this is it, I just hope the CGI they put on top of it makes it look.
Hey, bro, why they make his joint that big?
Come on, Lily, stop talking about his bulge, man.
Yo, that joint is bulging.
It's alien.
Oh,
It's an
fair.
alien bulge. Come on, man. Leave that young teen alone.
Hey, you know that go well. He's like 26 playing a teen. He's alright.
I do want this movie to do well, though. I want DC films to do well. I do. I'm not anti-Marvel, anti-DC. I want comic books to do well on the big screen, in the video game areas, anywhere. That video game BTG told me about, I still play the crap out of it. Marvel Snap.
No, he's only 21.
He's only 21. Oh,
Yeah, so in Cobra Kai, he actually kind of played his age.
oh, that's cool.
Okay. Damn.
So I support video comic books.
I do too.
anyway.
I mean, I want it to be good because I like to go see these movies. So hopefully it is good. I do like Blue Beetle. I just feel like, it's like one of those characters that like I feel like a lot of people aren't going, like people that have no idea like really about comic books and stuff aren't really gonna know who he is. It's almost kind of like Shazam. Like a lot of people don't really know who Shazam is.
True.
So it's like,
I knew from
Isn't that a
was
music
it
app?
see,
Shazam!
God damn it. No, I peeped them in the most recent, well, actually all of the animated DC movies they had, but the recent one where Wonder Woman gave no shits and started beating the hell out them kids, I'm like, she beat the handicap kid.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Should
Their
just left
movies
alone.
are
He was
great.
already in bad shape, but okay. Poor kid.
Well,
Dude, could you imagine if they made like DC and Marvel into anime?
they did
Like,
actually.
they did.
No, I mean, did they do like full on animation?
Yeah. So like Marvel had like a whole bunch of series of anime. Like they did Batman,
Oh.
Wolverine.
Okay, I remember those ones. No, for some reason those don't scream anime to me. Those are like
Let me see
animated series. It's not the same.
No, they did like full anime. Like it was anime production and everything. They even like changed their stories.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
dramatically different to the point.
Yeah,
where
it
I
was way
even
different.
upset.
That upset.
I was just like, wait a
What is
second.
this?
I have a
That's
picture in
me.
my brain of it being different than whatever those productions were.
Are you thinking like 90s?
What? Who?
Cinderelle before she froze.
I don't know
with
what
looking
I'm
at her
thinking. Leave me
bosoms?
alone. They're not even that out. I covered them up.
You
Well,
came back on screen and had them all in the camera before
Were
you sat
they?
back down. Yep.
So like this is the Wolverine one. If this doesn't scream anime, I don't know what does.
That
That definitely
definitely is
was-
anime.
Yeah.
Let me get to it. Oh, where the fuck was that at? Okay, I missed that one.
There was
Yeah,
a couple of them.
They did a bunch of them.
Yeah,
I want to say they did Batman too.
they did Marvel, like Iron Man and
Like
I mean,
DC.
like doing it that style without changing everything.
That's still
Like
considered anime.
Professor X
Instead
got a
of-
damn sword.
Instead of the movies.
Why
I
would you?
mean, he had to fend off himself somehow because he kept getting this chair tossed over all over the place in the series,
Don't touch my wheels.
and they got flipped. They have a whole like video of how many times this Bama got his chair flipped.
Oh, hey Dax. Yeah, I figured something happened. Well, I hope Kiddo feels better, man. Everybody send your positive energy to Professor Dax's kid running a fever.
I was, but
Wait,
Yano
she's
just
still
did
running
it
a
for all of
fever?
us.
What happened?
Is she still running a fever, or are you talking last night?
Oh, so they
finally broke.
they did Blade, X-Men,
Okay.
Wolverine, and Iron Man.
That's too cool. I didn't see the Blade.
I didn't watch the Blade
I
one.
mean,
either.
like all of them, like never having done, like not the real fucking
It's still Marvel.
shit we have out now. Nothing against them, it's good, but like if if they did like true to the comics.
But that will be so much because there are a ton, and I mean a shit
Okay,
ton
and
of
They'll have to start like
One
years
Piece
ago.
is like 2,000 episodes long. You really think anybody
Well,
cares if they're long?
No, I
I mean,
don't
because they're
disagree
keeping
with
up with
you.
the manga.
But
That's
what
why.
the
Exactly.
challenge is that they would have to get the rights to these things, and guess who owns the rights? And they're not gonna easily give it up. You know how hard it was to get Sora in Smash Brothers. Oh man, they're not giving up the rights to anything that they own. Star Wars.
I get what Cinderella's saying. Like if they just did like so say like they did like all the animated shows, right? But it was just complete anime style, like just the way it looked.
Thank you.
Would I still I feel like it would just have a different feel though.
It would.
Like
But
it would just
if they never did like if they all had the anime style, like the true to
if they never had their like original animated series.
solely that, never having been like the
Well
big
then I
screen
would have
that
no
we
choice
have
but to
and
like
the-
it.
I mean, I feel like it would the universe would be completely different, and I feel like a lot of the fans wouldn't be fans. But
But then if I don't know, because you know animes
Anime,
they do some
yeah.
over the top shit. So like that shit would look crazy. I don't know. It would. I feel like it would just throw like people would be like, well, Iron Man blew up the Earth yesterday, so he's got to be the most powerful fucking.
look, sometimes everybody wants to blow up the earth, okay?
True that.
Shit, we're trying to leave.
Iron Man was acting out all of our intrusive thoughts in that moment. Let's be real here.
I don't. Yeah, it would look cool for sure. It would definitely look cool. I mean, that's why I watch the Marvel animes just to see what they would look like. But yeah, then
The way they even have dialogue is so dramatically different from how we have dialogue in our television shows and cartoons and all of that. So like there's so many dramatic pauses where they're just just standing there not saying anything, and it just builds up tension and stuff, but we don't
Next
do
episode
that.
of Dragon Ball Z.
Anime is so different from Western cartoons or shows or animation. So to be honest with you, I did watch a lot of it, but I didn't finish it because they did change the story so much, and I did not find it as enjoyable as
yeah, I didn't either, to be honest. But I think it's kind of one of them things.
Because I never heard of any of that shit until today. But it's
Try it out. Go watch Wolverine.
I don't know if I want to. I
Try
have
it
a
out.
beautiful image of Hugh Jackman in my brain. I don't need that ruined.
This is just like an Asian Hugh Jackman, to be honest. And that's the other thing. All the characters would look Asian.
Oh,
Like
Okay.
Captain America would be Asian. Yo, what?
Yo, I don't want to go on Twitter and see types of all. This is racist.
I know it. That people would blow a fucking gasket. Like, why the hell do they all have straight hair? Why does he have green hair?
If in an alternate universe, it never existed how it does today, and it started as that anime style to begin with.
The question is, would it be as successful as it has been if it started out that way? That's the question.
that's the question.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
Folks.
Yeah,
They'll
you,
probably
Lily,
give
you're
you-
right.
Oh, well, since we're still talking about anime. So, I guess Boruto's not ending. It is ending, but it's
Wait,
not.
what?
So apparently, it's ending, but since the original creator of Naruto's back, this series is ending, but there's going to be a time skip. And then they're going into another series. So,
So, like,
when
real
Boruto, no, I don't know, because I don't know if you haven't watched Boruto, like he becomes super badass, and it's like really dark at
Is
that
he grown
point.
up?
Yeah, he grows up. He in Boruto now, like if you watch like the first episode, you see the futurish Boruto, like at his full power of this series, I guess. But yeah, we'll see. That's interesting. I'm just glad he's back. I wonder what they're gonna do with it. It makes me think like this whole Barto, like all of this was just like a prequel to what he wants to actually do.
It was intentional.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh wow.
He's like, yeah, I needed like 3, 4, 5 years of break, and then I'll come back and make it better. But yeah.
I just
I'm
took
looking
a
forward to
smoke break.
catching up on it.
But yeah, speaking of nope, not speaking of any of that. We were talking about comic books and Marvel and everything. So I don't know if any of you guys know, but the most recent, well, the beloved TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for you lames who don't know, graphic novel, The Last Ronin, is becoming a video game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin is inspired by big action RPGs like God of War, by Michael McWhirter. A new, very different style of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games is currently in development, an adaptation of The Last Ronin, the 2020 graphic novel that told a grim, futuristic story about the Turtles. Like the comic, The Last Ronin video game adaptation will be a darker, more mature take on the typically colorful Ninja Turtles, according to Doug Rosen, Senior Vice President for Games Emerging Media at Paramount Global. The right holders for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In an interview with Polygon last week, Rosen likened the upcoming third-person action role-playing game to Sony's recent God of War titles and said it will be authentic to the story of The Last Ronin arc, which is set in the future where only one of the turtles has survived. While other TMNT games like last year's Shredder's Revenge are typically about playing as all 4 turtles and sometimes their allies, Splinter, April O'Neil, and Casey Jones, The Last Ronin will be primarily a single character game. Though Rosen, I mean, he has to because their other turtles are dead. Though Rosen posited that other characters could be playable in flashback sequences similar to how the comic series plays out, the primary action is said to center on the only surviving turtle. Oh, I'm not going to read the rest of that because it kind of spoils the comic for you guys.
I don't want to be spoiled because I
Already did.
haven't. I do want to read the.
But the basis of the story is it's in the future. Well, I guess not in the near future. They're older. The turtles are older, except only one of them is alive. The other 3 were killed by Shredder. Like, really, like
still reckon
he really fucking destroyed them. Like that. The comic's really bloody. It's really gruesome, and there's only one left. And pretty much, they call him the Last Ronin because pretty much he is only trying to go get his revenge for his family. Splinter's dead too. Now, all of this isn't like the whole synopsis of the story. So pretty much he's going after revenge, whether it kills him or not, like himself
As
or not.
he should.
Revenge.
And it's so good.
He should.
But yeah, like as you're going through the comic, like he's kind of like losing his mind. Like he still talks to his brothers like in his head. So it's the story is so dark, but it's so good. Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to
That's
say
cool.
it's only like 5 issues. So the whole series is already out. So you can get the whole series if you want, or look at it online. But it's so good.
Comic I want now.
It's a really good comic.
Did they say anything about when the game will be out?
No, they do not say anything about the game when it comes out. But if they're talking about, if they want it to be, it's an ambitious AAA video game. If their inspiration is God of War, then shit, they gotta be putting some work into this thing. And if they stick to the story and they're sticking to this grim, dark story, it sounds like it's gonna be good. The story itself is great. So, as if they're sticking to the story and they put it in video game form, I am gonna love this game.
So, would you recommend that everyone read the comic before playing the game, or experience the game and see if they are interested in reading the comic?
I mean, damn. I don't know, because I think it, because the story will be spoiled if you read the comic book. for sure.
But if they do the
then
story
again-
right, then it will interest and they'd want to see where it came from.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Because I mean, we know how most like Spider-Man's movies and stuff, how typically we know how they're gonna end, and it doesn't mess it up for us. We're just seeing it in a different media.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
See Uncle
I
Ben
agree.
die like 5 times.
Bruh. Too many times.
I just didn't want to.
Angela-
I didn't want to tell you which one was alive because he
I know
uses
which one's alive,
he
but I'm
uses
just
all of
like,
their weapons.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
The fact that he's still talking to his brothers while they're dead. Oh
It's
my
so
gosh.
dark. Yeah, and you get to see how they died in the comic book. Yeah. So if
You
you get to
do.
play those parts, yeah, it's pretty dope.
I'm excited for this game.
So
Something
box of tissues. Gotcha.
I have a box of
Oh yeah, it's really sad.
Box of tissues. Prepare for blood.
Do we know if the game is going to come out before the Joe Rogan movie or
Oh, no way in hell. This is literally just announced.
oh, it was just announced?
Yeah, so we're probably not going to see this for like 5 years.
Okay.
Line up with what he's doing anyway.
TMNT 2026. Calling it now.
2026? Okay,
2026.
Cynderelle made a prediction.
Early 2026.
Early 26. We're
Dude.
going to look back on this.
If it's going to be as good as I was about to say Call of Duty, God of War. Shit, I'm not going to see this till 2030, and it's going to be on a whole nother console.
All right.
Oh, y'all invited us so
BTG
y'all can
calling
have good,
2030.
longevity. Don't croak because you have
Shit.
bad liver or
I'll end up being the last Ronin. Like, you guys ain't come out with this game yet, you motherfuckers.
On this. Well, shall we get a calendar?
here lies Lily. Goddamn alcohol.
But this new TMNT it
That's a
looks
lot.
so-
That's a lot of time for it to be canceled. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it can be canceled between that time. period.
Why would you put such negative energy into it like that?
Yeah.
I mean, games get canceled all the
They
time.
get canceled all the time. Like, yeah, and
Like
I mean-
Left 4 Dead. 2.
Oh my
Was it Left 4
God.
Dead 2? No,
No,
not Left 4
2
Dead
came
2. Dead Island?
Dead Island eventually came out.
oh, it's out.
Dead
Dead
Island
Island 2 is out. Yeah, but it got
But how
delayed.
long did
It got
it-
delayed, canceled, and then remade.
Exactly.
Yeah, it took like 10 years.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep. 10 years. So
10
2033. You'll see last Ronin game. Nah, I
say
hope it
2
comes out
years.
soon. 2 years
Yeah, it's gonna come out in
to
2.
get a AAA God of War style game.
If they
It'll
get
be
the
on the next-
funding.
It'll be on the next
See, that's why I said
console,
early 2026. They have 3
You-
years.
It'll be on the
it's
next
a
gen.
median time.
I think the thing that will make me, I have to see who's gonna be. Oh, it's gonna be developed by Tribute Games and .emu. Wait, no, that was Shredder's Revenge. They made that. They don't even have a developer for this yet.
Oh, so that means they're definitely looking.
Or they do and they're keeping it hidden.
Ooh, that's a good point, Cynderelle. Yeah, that's a good
It's
Oh, so
possible
a
they've
leak
already
is gonna come out
they've already
soon.
started creating the game. If they're willing to release
We'll see.
internet.
When I see who the developer is, that is what will decide whether I'm excited or not.
And
BTG such a pessimist.
Look, video games let you down all the time.
too
True.
often.
Very true.
All the time.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Well, guess who else let us down? Marvel presentation, president in charge of VFX and animation was reportedly fired. Story coming to us live by IGN.com.
Victoria?
Victoria Illinois.
Alonzo. Illinois Alonzo.
Alonzo, the longtime Marvel president in charge of physical production, post production, VFX, and animation, was fired at the behest of Disney co-chair Alan Bergman. according to new reports by Variety. The report follows Al- Alonso
Alonzo.
Alonso sudden departure from the company, which surprised many observers. Alonso had been with Disney since 2006, and she was known as one of the company's most influential producers. Her work dates back to 2008's Iron Man, where she was a co-producer and visual effects producer. Oh wow. Um, it's unclear why Alonso was fired, though problems around Marvel's visual effects have been in the news for some time now. With Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, the latest MCU project to garner criticism, Alonso was reportedly blindsided by the decision. Kevin Feige, who was her direct boss, was apparently not involved in the decision. Oh no. IGN has contacted Disney for a statement but has not received a response. Marvel's visual effects problem. Visual effects have been a recurring problem at Marvel, driven in a large part by the grueling pace the studio has undertaken as it tries to support multiple platforms. In 2022, IGN interviewed several virtual effects artists who talked about short deadlines and relentless night picking amid a
Nitpicking.
nitpicking amid a major fear of being blacklisted. While Alonso played a large role in Disney's overall strategy, many stopped short of outright blaming her for the Marvel's VFX troubles. Alonso, quote by Alonso, was the epitome of
Epitome.
profession. Oh, was the epitome of professional and knows her stuff. A former Disney film executive is said to have told Variety. Regardless of the reasoning behind Alonso's abrupt departure, Marvel finds itself under more pressure than ever as Phase 5 gets underway, and with one more hole to fit amid the loss of another longtime veteran. Why is why are they getting rid of all these really talented people?
So, hmm, this is interesting because Marvel has had issues with their VFX for like the past, for not, I mean, they've had some issues. Like, you had the She Hulk debacle where when she first was released, she looked really fake. Uh,
Oh,
and I don't know if you've seen Quantum Mania yet, but you'll know exactly where the visual effects were fucked up as when you watch that movie. You'll be like, what the fuck is this? Like, it looks like, shoot, 1998 VFX all over again.
so let me ask you this question: Is it visual effects fault for producing that in the first place, or is it the what is it called, the people who make sure that there aren't any problems found during well after editing? Oh, the editors, I guess you could say.
It's not really the editor's jobs to, they just put the movie together. But I think, I don't know, I think this kind of sounds like they needed a scapegoat for the issues that they were having, because I mean overall, like, yes, she was in charge of VFX and she is the final say on, like, oh man, we need to like redo this, it doesn't look good enough. Like, it
Mm.
kind of is her responsibility,
Oh, I see.
but like the schedule, pretty much the schedule is like what's been hurting them. But I mean, we pay them all this money, like they're making billions and billions of dollars off of us. Somebody's got to figure it out. Because
I
yeah,
see.
some of them, some of those VFX look, oh my
Now I
god.
want to see what you're talking about.
You look, when you watch the movie, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll be like, "That's
For
what he's
Ant-Man,
talking about."
right?
Yes.
I saw it, but I don't remember seeing anything. I was just like, "What the hell is that?"
You for real?
I did see it.
So you saw
But
the
then
movie?
again, I
He was
was
just
under the
so
influence,
enthralled in
so
it. He was like,
I
the
was
movie's
just like,
so gorgeous.
the
I still
movie.
haven't watched it yet,
I enjoyed
to
it,
be
but a
honest.
lot of people said it was a terrible film, and
I'm
I
just
didn't see what parts.
I'll DM you what
Okay.
I'm talking about.
It
So I
was
don't spoil
bad.
it. Bro, I don't know how you didn't notice it.
Maybe I sneezed.
Or you,
Was there a Starbucks cup involved?
no, like
I
this
had to think
is
about it. They had to edit it out later. Oh, you sense it? Oh,
Look, sometimes we just need the coffee, okay?
that's true. Very true.
Let
Yeah.
people drink their coffee in peace. Even
I put it
queens
in
need their
the
coffee.
Discord in the Night Kids podcast.
Ooh, let's take a look.
I didn't put the picture or anything. Like he'll know once I.
Oh, I didn't think that looked terrible.
Oh my god, you didn't? No, get out of that. Was
Oh
terrible.
my god.
Really?
Yes, I could have did that on
I have no idea what
Photoshop
you're talking
in
about.
like 2 seconds, but
Hold on, let me see here.
Now I can't wait to
Wait,
watch
what
it.
is this regarding She-Hulk or whatever?
no, this is regarding Quantum Mania. But yeah, their VFX have had issues.
Oh, I
I
haven't
mean,
seen that either.
you got other films that are coming out and their VFX is like way better, and we're talking about Marvel where they're supposed to be giving us the reality of our heroes, the comic book heroes and stuff, and they're falling behind in that aspect. Like, yeah, they're just falling behind in visual effects,
I
and
don't
that's
know,
not good.
man. I don't know, cause I mean, maybe it's because I was laughing and it was believable in certain areas, but overall, I did think it would look ridiculous.
It
But I
looked
did-
ridiculous and it looked unrealistic, like not even close to being like, oh, that makes no, no.
Jeez.
It looks like they just grabbed 2 corners of a picture and just
So yeah, I'll go ahead and watch Cocaine Bear first, and then I'll.
I do want to watch
the
Cocaine.
movie wasn't bad. It was just that part of visual effects was terrible.
They could have done
I'll
better.
just stick to my TV shows. Movies seem to
Yeah.
always disappoint me.
I mean,
But other than
okay,
that-
well, I still may go see it because I want to see Kane.
Okay.
I want to see
Other
Kane.
than that, it sucks that she got fired. And but yeah, you know, Disney has
I'm
high
sure
standards.
there was a decent reason for it.
I think
I
I
know
don't. Go ahead.
I was like, I know they didn't disclose a reason for it, but to fire somebody that high up, like there has to be a good reason for it.
I don't know. I don't trust businesses, so
It's probably
That's
because
fair.
one, she was
So
getting
it's probably
paid
because of that
so
one
much.
part.
That one part.
they were like, "This is
That one
it.
part.
This is your last fucking mistake."
You called us a villain? Nah, you're out of here.
But yeah, that was it. Any last things on that?
I guess if she's making, let's say for example, off the film, her role, she's just supposed to oversee and make sure that the visual effects go well. She's getting paid, let's say, I don't know, 3 million
Lots.
to do it, right? A lot, making lots of money off of it. And the end results is a lot of the audience is just like, what is this? We are not happy with the way this looks. Then I guess that's on her, but not enough to fire her.
She's the president.
Yeah, but not off of one film. You should be. If you do a bad job at your job, do you feel like you should be fired for it, or you should learn from your mistakes and not let it happen again?
I mean, it could be more to it. Like they didn't really.
That's what I'm
explain
saying.
it.
It could be a lot more to it. I mean, because she was the president of physical production, post production, VFX, and animation. Like stuff could be falling behind because of the way she's running things. Like
And
you know,
also,
we're getting all these delays. Like, I'm not saying, the pandemic was involved, but yeah, shareholders might not have been happy. And like I said, she could be a scapegoat that they had to get rid of her to please shareholders, which is crazy, but all this shit is crazy. But if visual effects don't get better, you'll see Marvel stuff go downhill. And if that happens, like, we won't get a phase 5.
Yeah, especially since they're on a tight timeline.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
Keep
She could be
pushing.
costing them a lot more money than they want to
Good
be.
point.
Exactly. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, people get fired every day, G.
True, very true.
And they'll find somebody the next day to replace your ass.
And
That's for sure.
and I'm sure she's got a lot more money than I do. So,
Oh, so
She'll probably
she's
hop
good.
over to. She'll hop over to DC.
right. She might just go to James Gunn like, hey, I got Marvel. I took care of them since 2008 Iron Man. I can at least get you like 12, 15 years of good shit. But yeah, that was our last story. So yeah.
So this is where we get to the final segment. But before we do that, we're gonna end the podcast here.
But let me do
Okay.
we did games coming out this week already on Monday. Nothing new. So yeah. Remnant, Tachia, Have a Nice Death, Storyteller, Resident Evil 4 remake tomorrow. Yep.
I'll watch other people play it.
It's because of, let's say, for example, financially is not even an option. You could just get the game from the store. Money is not a factor. But would you still get the game, or would you just be like, nah, I'll pass on this game?
I'll pass. It's not my cup of tea. I watch other people play it and watch them get punched in the throat and their face eaten off, and they run out of bullets.
Okay, well, before we end the stream or end the podcast, BTG, where can we find you?
You can find me right here on Mondays and Thursdays, twitch.tv, Team Night Kids. Black and Tie Guy plays on Twitch and Instagram. NK_BTG plays on Twitter. Lily, where can they find you?
You can find me here on Sweet Sweet Thursdays for a Team Night Kids podcast. And also you can find the products I'm selling at bathandbones.square.site and also on the Twitter at LilyMasume. Cynderelle, where can we find you?
You can find me here Thursday nights. You can also find me on Instagram at _Cynderelle. Yanonick, where can we find you?
You guys can find me, Yanonick, over at twitch.tv/Yanonick for content on streaming games and just having a lovely conversations. Or you can get updates and short clips of my content over at Twitter at NK_Yanonick over at Twitter. Thank you, and that is all right. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Remember, this has been Night Kids After Dark podcast, where gamers discuss gamer things every Monday and Thursday live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Team Night Kids.